Most people don't stay stuck because they can't change. They stay stuck because they're waiting for permission that never comes. Not permission from other people, permission from themselves. They assume something internal is supposed to happen first. A feeling, a sense of certainty, a moment where everything clicks. Until that moment arrives, they wait. That waiting feels responsible. It feels mature. It feels like patience. But patience and hesitation are not the same thing. When people talk about being stuck, they usually use the wrong language. They say they lack motivation. They say they're lazy. They say they just can't follow through. But those explanations collapse under pressure. Because lazy people don't think about change this much. They don't feel this frustrated. They don't replay the same internal conversations every night. What looks like laziness is usually exhaustion caused by self-blame. And self-blame quietly drains momentum. Most people carry an invisible assumption. They assume clarity comes first. Then action follows. They assume confidence shows up. Then they move. They assume once the fear is gone, the decision becomes obvious. That sequence feels logical. It's also backwards. There's a familiar loop people get caught in. They tell themselves they're being careful. They tell themselves they're gathering information. They tell themselves they're waiting for the right time. That language matters, because it makes delay feel intelligent. But delay doesn't protect people from mistakes. It protects them from discomfort. And that protection comes at a cost. Time does something subtle when people delay. Nothing dramatic happens. There's no collapse. Days fill with routine. Weeks pass without friction. And because nothing breaks, the delay feels justified. But underneath that calm surface, something is happening. Options narrow. Energy dulls. Risk tolerance shrinks. And restarting begins to feel heavier than staying put. The brain plays a specific role in this. The brain does not reward truth. It rewards familiarity. Familiar discomfort feels safer than unfamiliar growth. Predictability feels like control, even when it isn't. So the brain negotiates. It says, wait a little longer. Get more clarity. Now isn't ideal. That negotiation feels rational, but it quietly locks people in place. Here's the shift most people never make. Clarity is not a prerequisite for action. It's a consequence of it. Movement creates feedback. Feedback creates understanding. Understanding creates confidence. Stillness does the opposite. Stillness amplifies doubt because there's no new information entering the system. The longer someone waits, the louder uncertainty becomes. This explains a pattern that confuses a lot of people. They see others change without announcing it. Without a dramatic turning point. Without visible certainty. Those people don't feel more ready. They just stop negotiating with hesitation. They treat uncertainty as normal. They treat discomfort as part of the process. They move without emotional permission. And clarity catches up later. Most people miss the exact moment where this decision is made. It doesn't feel heroic. It doesn't feel bold. It feels quiet. It feels like choosing movement over internal debate. Once that moment becomes visible, a lot of things rearrange themselves. But most people never slow down enough to notice it. This is usually where attention fades. And it's also where change actually begins.